Hey, you know what sucks? Spammers on Facebook Messenger. It is absolutely out of control. And Zuckerberg doesn't seem to be doing anything about it. Or maybe he's trying and it is really more out of control than we even know. But it's not unusual for me to get 10 notifications in the morning, or I'll see them in the morning, and they're all identical, the same spammer, same message on 10 different Facebook accounts. They're very efficient, so clearly they're running bots to do this, and it's annoying. So we are going to try to reduce that for you. And if we've been managing Sweetapp for you before the date that I'm publishing this video, this is already set up for you. Now you can make some changes to it if you like, or you can ask us to make changes depending on what you prefer. In most cases, you would be asking us. It depends how savvy you are, but you want to be careful. If you don't see automation on the left-hand menu, then, and you do after watching this, because I'm going to go through a little tutorial on how to manage the spam keywords, which is how we're detecting the spam. If you want to manage it yourself, then we can turn that on for you. Just be careful in there because it affects things that happen automatically when you're not looking, and customers will get messages in real life, and so will you, and you know. Also, automations, even simple ones, can be quite time consuming to set up and test because there's just so many variables every time you set up something that runs automatically. So just wanted to have that disclaimer in there. Let me show you how it works first. So you can see in this test account here, we were testing. So this particular user could send a message, for example, that says, hello. And that would be just fine. Oh, we just sent him a message. Sorry. Let me pop the phone here. And let's say, hi. Okay. Normally you would get the message first. There we go. And then you would say, how can we help? Now, usually the first message is a spam one. They don't even put effort in. So, I mean, if I built a bot for spam, I would like warm them up with a message or two first. Okay, so how can we help? And then they say, well, let's say what I set up there. You have, let's see, broken all the Facebook policies. I'm totally going to get blocked by Facebook on my personal account here because this account is real. But whatever, let's give her a go. Oops, again, I put it in the wrong place. Sorry about that. I'm going to type it on my phone here. So there we go. So your customer, quotation marks, sends that. And it says they're going to shut down your page and whatever the things are they say to get you to click on, whatever they want you to click on. So now that that's done, what will happen is they're going to get tagged over here. And if you're not actually, if you don't have the message open and replying to them, it'll probably happen instantly. Actually, I'm going to send another one without this open. So let's go into, well, we can still go to recents. Oh, it's already gone. But yeah, normally the message will land in your unread for 1 second and then it's gone. So normally that's going to happen instantly. Okay, that's what we want. Now, what if that automatically got tagged with spam and it shouldn't have been? We set it up so you can undo that as well. And you can tag it manually. I'm going to show you how to do that. Well, I'll show you here with Christina. So if you manually wanted to tag Christina here as a spammer, you just add new tag, and it's that one that's hashtag spam, specifically this one. If I had some accounts had an exclamation mark spam, don't use that one, use this one. Okay, so now that tag has been added, and look, she disappeared. That one worked right away. Okay, let's head into the contacts now. So if that was a mistake, you can see here that there's that spam tag. So you can just open up Christina and you can delete the spam tag. And we'll actually do the same one here for the other user. Delete the spam tag. Go back to the conversations. And when they're deleted, now you're not going to find them in unread. You will find them in the recents tab here. And there they are. They're back. Okay, so that's the solution. Let me show you the settings. And I'm not going to just show you the spam. I'm going to show you all of the settings that we have for Facebook Messenger, because we do have some other things that you might want to make some changes on if you want to personalize it. So again, if you're doing this, you do need to have automation here. If you don't have that, just send us a message and we'll turn it on for you. But again, please be careful in here. Okay, so your Facebook Messenger, you might have a folder that says Facebook Messenger. Depends how we set it up for you. If you've got depends how many of these you have. But you can see there's the messages flow, which is just the standard handling for a new message that comes in from Facebook Messenger. There's looking for spam keywords, and then there's the action of what to do if they're marked spam, or if the spam tag is removed. Okay, so I want to take you through the messages workflow here first. So the way these work is they start with a trigger, or they could be multiple triggers. You'll actually see the next one has 2 triggers. And then you can, when you see them split like this is conditional. The condition is it already tagged spam? So this would be for repeat offenders. If somebody was tagged spam previously and they try to message you again, it doesn't matter what they say this time, they're getting removed from your inbox. So you've got a yes and none. So is it tagged spam? Yes. Then mark it red and archive it. And if it's not, it's going to go through the regular workflow, which is assign a user, which, by the way, if you want to have a list of messages you're assigned to, or you want to assign these out to employees or whatever, and once they're signed out, you can also set up reminders specific to employees, and the employees are responsible for, whoever gets assigned is responsible to reply, that type of thing. You can do that here. If you don't put anybody in here, it just won't assign it. So you can leave it here and not worry about it. Okay. Then there's a pending tag, and this just tags it as a pending message, meaning you haven't replied yet. And then if you do reply, it's going to remove that tag. So that just adds a way for us to control things now and possibly in the future if you want more automations. And also you'll see that tag on the conversation on the right, and you'll know nobody's replied to this person yet. I think 30 minutes is a long time to not respond to somebody, but it's here. Now this 30-minute timer will only run during the hours that are specified here. So in this case, Monday to Saturday, 9 to 7. So go ahead and change that if you like. If you change it, make sure you click Save Action, and then make sure you click Save up here as well. If you don't, you're going to lose your changes. If you mess up, you can go to the history here, choose a different one, and stick with that one. So let's get out of here, and that's everything you want to see in there. Okay, so that's the standard workflow for a non-spammer going through, well, or the spammer. Their message will be archived instead of left in your inbox. Now, if it's somebody new messaging and we want to check if they're a spammer, this is where you would add more keywords, which I'm sure you'll find some more that make sense. So there's the incoming Facebook message here is the trigger, same trigger as the other one. And then here are the spam triggers. Now we could trigger spam various ways. We went with the keyword option. It seems to be a nice way to do it, and it's really easy to understand. And let's take a look at those keywords. So here's the ones we have in here now. And I'll show you how to add more. I'll delete policies. Whoops, I clicked on the little tag. There we go. So we remove that one. So if you're going to add another one, you don't add a branch. That would be like adding another section here, or a segment. You add a condition. So you're adding another condition. And then here, this is a little bit not super intuitive. When you click this, they're not what you would expect for terminology, but what you're looking for, you're not going to find replied message. You're going to find contact reply. And contact reply, by the way, is even if it's a new message, it's still the contact sending a message. and then you're looking for replied message. So I'll do that again just to show you. Contact reply, and then once you open this, there are sub options under contact reply, 3 of them, and you want replied message, just like the rest. And then you click here, you choose contains, and then put your keywords in. And in this case, it's going to be policies, just one word. You can have multiple though. And yeah, pretty much if somebody's saying policies, in all of the cases that I can think of for our clients, that's a spammer. So there you go. And make sure you save the action and make sure you save the workflow, and you've added a spam trigger. And then down here you can see, well, what happens if one of these spam keywords exist. If they don't, then nothing happens. If they do have spam keywords, then it's going to tag it with #spam. Okay, pretty simple. Now that #spam, that's what this one is here. So this is what to do. Well, let's open it up. There's 2 triggers in this case. So there is this one in the middle, spam tag has been added. So #spam added, and there's spam tag removed. So either one of these is going to trigger this entire workflow. However, the first step, once you get into the workflow, is to archive or unarchive. So it's just saying, is a spam tag added or is a spam tag removed? So if the spam tag is added, then the remove from workflow is not this one, by the way. It removes them from your regular messaging workflow, because you don't need to let them know you haven't forgotten about them. You're going to get back to them if they're a spammer, because you're not. And then it just marks it red and archives it. So that's it. Now, if you remove the spam tag from a contact afterward, then that's this path right here, and it will unarchive and move to the Recents tab. So again, remember, it's not going to go to the unread tab. You have to click on Recents tab in Conversations there, and you'll see that contact again. And then it removes it from this workflow in this case. I think that's what I put in here. Yeah, from this current workflow. That's it. So relatively simple. Keep this video bookmarked if you're planning on doing these yourself. I think would be a good idea. But yeah, I think it's going to be really helpful if these spam messages are bothering you, and I know that it's bothering at least a few of you who are going to receive this video. So yeah. The only other thing I would say is, if you don't want to be bothered by spam, and really the whole idea of at least Conversations here with this application is that you get all of your messaging in one place. You don't have a whole bunch of message notifications from multiple apps on your phone. Turn those notifications off and simplify your life a little bit, and just have everything funneling into one place. Most of you are also have phone calls coming in here, at least missed calls and voicemails. It's really nice to have all of that in one flow with a customer. Plus, if you ever need to go back to see what you or somebody else at the business said to a customer, it's all in one place. You don't have to search through email. By the way, for those of you who are not using email in here yet, also in Conversations, it wasn't amazing before, but it's pretty good now. It has proper email strings, and you will still get your email in your Gmail or whatever you're using as well. So it's totally cool to sync it in. It'll work just fine. You can reply in here or see the messages in here. If you still want to see the message in the email, that's cool. If I were you, and if I am me, what I do is just filter the emails to, so in Gmail, you can just set emails that filter however you want. Emails that come from all of your customers, for example. You just add that customer to a filter in Gmail, and automatically filters it, and you can have it skip the inbox. Because if you're already getting the message somewhere else that you're watching it, like here, it doesn't make sense to also get a notification and deal with it in another inbox. One inbox for everything that is filtered by sender, for at least dealing with customers, I think is amazing. I think that's a really great way to do it. in some cases for vendors too. And then all your other emails, you know they're not customers, or at least they're not existing. Well, even new customers, if you're funneling everything here, it's just a much more efficient way to work, especially as a team. So yeah, so there you go. I hope that this is helpful. They're pretty simple workflows, but it took trial and error to get it working just right. But I think it's working well. If there is anything not working the way it should, of course, just let us know and we will sort it out. Okay, thanks. Good luck.